Hello, dear students. I hope you all are fine and resting at your home. Today, we are going to cover an important grammar topic, that is the figure of speech. You must have come across this term many a times, but let us define it. We can define figure of speech as a word or phrase used in a non-literal sense so that the speech or writing becomes more persuasive, vivid and relatable. It conveys meaning by identifying or comparing one thing to the another, which has connotation or meaning familiar to the audience. That is why it's helpful to create a vivid rhetorical effect. Now, if I brief the meaning of figure of speech, we can say that it has some hidden meaning. It means that whatever is written exactly doesn't mean that. It has the power to make someone believe what you want to express. It is the medium through which you can express your different ideas and you can put your imagination in a very beautiful way in front of others. Let us see one example. To rack one's brain. Here it is. If we take its literal meaning, the rack's literal meaning in ancient term was a torture device where the victims were tightened, their limbs were tightened and they were stretched so that the limbs could come out of their body. But here when we are telling to rack one's brain does not exactly means to take out somebody's brain out of his body. But here it means the non-literal meaning to cause something which causes extreme stress. In sentence form, if we see, the bank official said the March ending racks everyone's brain. It means that at the end of March in the banks, all the officials are so busy that it causes extreme stress to them. The figure of speech, hence, we can say that they are widely used in literature. They adorn the language, they add color and interest and awaken our imagination. We can also take figure of speech as to beautify our language, or we can take it as the spices which are used in bland food to make it tastier. See students, I would like to express one more example in front of you so that the meaning would become more clearer to you. He roared loudly. He roared like a lion. If you see both the examples, you will find that more or less they mean the same. But the second one, he roared like a lion, it emphasizes how he roared. He roared like a lion. So here in this we have used the figure of speech simile, which is expressing the clarity. It is making the picture clearer to us. Now students, let us go for the types of figures of speech. There are many types of figures of speech, but we will take some important, near about 24 figures of speech. Let us start with the types of figures of speech which are based on comparison. In that, the first one is the simile. Let us pronounce again. It's not smile, it's simile. What is simile? It compares one thing to the another thing, that thing of a different kind and yet alike in some significant way. For example, the kid's bag was as heavy as a bag full of rocks. That doesn't mean that the bag was really full of rocks, but it shows the heaviness of the bag. Here we can focus that how we can make the simile. We can take simile in two ways. First, the verb plus like, a plus noun. For example, the moon shone bright like a diamond in the night sky. Here the verb is shone, bright. Then we use like a, and then the noun we used, diamond. Second one, last night I slept like a dog. Here we can take verb as slept, like, a, then the noun is a dog. So here it shows that I was so tired, I slept like a dog. They fought like cats and dogs. Here, what is the verb? Yes, fought. Like, a is not used here because here we have taken the noun in plural form. So, we have removed a. Here it is cats and dogs. Second way to compare simile or to use simile by using as plus adjective plus as plus noun. Let us take the examples. The girl's eyes were as black as coal. Here we have taken as, then black is the adjective. Again we have used as, and the noun is coal. Let us see the second example. He was as big as a giant. So dear students, can you tell me what is the adjective here? Yes, big. And the noun is correct. It's giant. Next, she is as innocent as an angel. Innocent is? Yes, it's an adjective. And where is the noun? Very good, angel. Next, he is as strong as an ox. And another one, my love for you is as deep as the ocean. So dear students, let us start with the second figure of speech, that is metaphor. Pronounce with me, metaphor. It's a word or phrase for one thing that is used in place of another thing in order to show or suggest that they are similar. Like or as is not used. It is an implied comparison. It makes an abstract idea clearer and relates to concrete idea. Let me brief the definition. Metaphor is also the figure of speech which compares one thing to the other one. But it is not like the simile because here you are not using the word like or as. There is a comparison between two nouns or pronouns. You have to understand the meaning. It makes the meaning very clear to you. Let us go for example. First example, life is one big roller coaster. Here the comparison is between life and roller coaster. You know that these two are different things. Life is an abstract idea and roller coaster is a thing. So comparison is between life and roller coaster. Let us find the similarity, why they are compared. They have some similarity, that is, roller coaster gives you fun, life also gives you fun. Roller coaster goes up and down, life also has ups and downs, that is joys and sorrows, success and failure. In the roller coaster, when you are at the top, you enjoy or scream. Similarly, in life, when you are at the peak of your moment, you enjoy that or you are afraid. So these two are compared. Next example, her tears were a river flowing down her cheeks. If we concentrate, the comparison is between the tears and the river. They have the similarity that they both are in liquid form, that is in water form. They both have the similarity to flow. So when I say tears were a river flowing down her cheeks, that means she was crying a lot. Now let us go for some common metaphors. Animal metaphors. The wind was a howling wolf. It shows that the wind was very scary, that it seemed like the howling wolf. The classroom was a zoo. The classroom was such noisy that it seemed like a zoo is the hidden meaning. Nature metaphors. The calm lake was a mirror. Here the comparison is between the lake and the mirror. What is the similarity between these two things? A mirror has the tendency to reflect everything back, that is, to reflect the image what falls on it. How can you see your image in a lake? It is possible only when it is still and calm. So it shows that the lake is so calm that you can see the image in it like the mirror. He is a shining star. Comparison between him and the shining star. He is a shining star means his fame is so much that everybody is impressed by him. Everyday metaphors are laughter is the music of soul. Here the comparison is between laughter and music. They have the similarity. As you laugh, you get refreshed and you are energetic. Similarly, music. When there is a music, you feel the same. The world is a stage is the other example. Comparison is between world and stage, where the world is compared to stage where everyone has to play his own role. And finally, one more example. He is a walking dictionary. Dictionary and him, the two things are compared here. Here, dictionary has the solution to every word. Similarly, he has the solution to every problem. Our next topic is those figures of speech which are based on association. We have seen till now the figure of speech which were based on comparison. Now we will take those figures of speech which will be based on association. It means that here we are not comparing two objects, but rather we are talking about two objects which are known to be associated with each other. Or there are two phrases, one which is written and another one is implied. So we will have a phrase which is written, it will have a different meaning, and there will be an implied meaning, means you have to understand the meaning of it. Let us start with it. First one is metonymy. Pronounce with me, metonymy. It's a thing or concept referred to by the name of something closely associated with that thing or concept. It's a substitute of the name of an attribute or adjunct of thing which it meant. Or we can say that it's a word which is replaced by something very close to the original meaning. Let us see the examples. The first example, the pen is mightier than the sword. Here the pen is compared with the sword. Pen has its literal meaning is pen which a substance which is used for writing, but here the hidden meaning is, implied meaning is the written words. Sword means a device or a tool with which we can fight, but here sword has an implied meaning which means the military power. So here we are comparing the pen and sword. Pen means the written words which are more powerful than the military power. Second example, the White House is concerned about terrorism. The White House is concerned about terrorism means White House here a hidden meaning or implied phrase meaning which means the American Parliament. Third example, India decides to keep check on immigration. Here India refers to the Indian government. Next one, let me give you a hand. Here hand doesn't mean only hand, but here it is a helping hand or a help. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. It means that ear word is used here instead of paying attention. So I hope you have understood metonymy.